Today, we're tackling a feeling that, let's be honest, almost all of us experience at some point. That nagging sense of not being good enough. That feeling of being less than, not as smart, not as attractive, not as successful as everyone else. We're talking about the inferiority complex. It's a powerful, often debilitating feeling that can hold us back from relationships, career goals, and even just simple happiness. But here's the crucial truth: you don't have to live with it. In this video, I'm going to give you a clear, evidence-based, step-by-step guide on how to identify, challenge, and ultimately overcome your inferiority complex so you can start living the confident, authentic life you deserve. First, let's be clear on what an inferiority complex actually is. Popularized by Austrian psychiatrist Alfred Adler in the early 20th century, an inferiority complex isn't just about feeling a bit insecure now and then. It's a deep-seated belief that you are inherently inadequate or less valuable than others, often leading to feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, and social withdrawal. Adler believed that all humans are born with a sense of inferiority, but for some, this natural feeling becomes an exaggerated, paralyzing complex. The good news? Research, particularly from the field of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, provides us with powerful tools to rewire these deeply ingrained thought patterns. So, let's dive into our first step. Your inferiority complex speaks through a very loud, very critical voice in your head. This voice isn't telling you the truth. It's using what psychologists call cognitive distortions. These are irrational or biased ways of thinking that lead us to perceive reality inaccurately. For example, do you often find yourself catastrophizing, where you blow a small mistake completely out of proportion, thinking, I made one error, so I'm a total failure? All or nothing thinking, believing if something isn't perfect, it's completely worthless. If I don't get an A plus, I've failed entirely. Mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking about you, usually negative. They're probably judging my outfit right now. Labeling, instead of saying I made a mistake, you say I'm a failure. The evidence is clear. Becoming aware of these distortions is the first crucial step to dismantling them. A 2013 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology highlighted that identifying these automatic negative thoughts is foundational to effective CBT. Your action for this step: for the next few days, simply observe your thoughts. When you feel that familiar pang of inadequacy, pause and ask yourself, what specific thought just went through my mind? And is that thought using any of these distortions? Don't try to change it yet, just identify it. Once you've identified these distorted thoughts, the next step, according to CBT principles, is to actively challenge their validity. Our feelings of inferiority feel like facts, but they rarely are. Here's the friend test. When that critical thought pops up, say, I'm so stupid for saying that. Ask yourself, is this thought 100% true, or is there another interpretation? What evidence do I have to support this thought? What evidence contradicts it? Most importantly, if a close friend came to me with the exact same situation and said this about themselves, what would I tell them? You would never tell your friend they're stupid, would you? You'd offer compassion, perspective, and logical counter-arguments. You'd say, hey, everyone makes mistakes, or that was a tricky situation. Why do you deny yourself the same kindness? This technique, supported by studies on self-compassion, helps you create distance from your inner critic and approach yourself with empathy. Step 3. Build your small wins portfolio. Feelings of inferiority often stem from a perceived lack of competence. The way we counter this isn't by suddenly achieving something massive, but by consistently proving to ourselves through small, tangible actions that we are capable. This is where the concept of mastery experiences comes in, a core component of psychologist Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory. Bandura found that the most effective way to build self-efficacy, our belief in our ability to succeed, is through successfully performing tasks. So your action here: set tiny, achievable goals. Instead of, I need to clean the entire house, aim for, I will clean one kitchen counter. Instead of, I need to write a novel. Aim for, I will write for 15 minutes. Instead of, I need to run a marathon. Aim for, I will walk around the block. And here's the critical part: track these wins. Keep a simple done list instead of just a to do list. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you accomplished, no matter how insignificant they seem. Over time, this creates a compelling portfolio of evidence in your mind that you are capable, you are effective, and you do achieve things. This consistent drip feed of positive reinforcement slowly but surely rewires your brain's belief in your own competence. This is a powerful concept directly from Alfred Adler. People with an inferiority complex often view the world through a vertical lens. They see life as a ladder where everyone is either above them, below them, or actively competing for a higher rung. This makes every interaction a comparison, every success of another person a personal defeat. Horizontal thinking, on the other hand, sees life as a vast plain. Everyone is unique, on their own path, at their own pace. In vertical thinking, someone else's promotion makes you feel like a failure. In horizontal thinking, someone else's promotion is simply their journey, and it doesn't diminish your value or potential one bit. Your action step: catch yourself when you start comparing. When you see someone else's success, instead of automatically thinking, I'm not as good, consciously pivot to, that's wonderful for them, or they're on their path, I'm on mine. It takes practice, but this shift frees you from the exhausting cycle of constant comparison. It allows you to appreciate others without sacrificing your own self-worth. Our environment plays a huge role in reinforcing or challenging our self-perception. If you're constantly exposed to things that make you feel inadequate, it's incredibly hard to overcome the complex. This is where social comparison theory comes in. While we all compare ourselves to others, excessive comparison, especially to idealized images, can severely damage self-esteem. Your actions here are crucial. Social media. Detox. Take breaks from platforms that leave you feeling worse about yourself. Remember, you're often comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's perfectly curated highlight reel. Be mindful of your circle. Are you surrounded by people who lift you up or tear you down? Consciously seek out supportive, non-judgmental relationships. Limit safeguarding behaviors. An inferiority complex can lead to 2 extremes: either withdrawing completely from social situations or, conversely, acting boastful or arrogant to overcompensate. Recognize these as defensive mechanisms that ultimately keep you stuck. Consciously choose environments and interactions that support your growth, rather than triggering your insecurities. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about giving yourself a fair chance to build confidence without constant undermining. Overcoming an inferiority complex is a journey, not a destination you reach overnight. It requires consistent effort, self-compassion, and a willingness to challenge long-held beliefs about yourself. But the freedom that comes from knowing you are inherently worthy, regardless of external validation or comparison, is one of the most profound and liberating experiences you can have. Remember, you are not defined by your past perceived failures or by anyone else's successes. You are defined by your willingness to grow, to learn, and to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe for more content on women in leadership, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you grab my free leadership workbook, 5 Steps to Communicate with Calm, Clarity, and Confidence at powerofpeacefulness.com. Until next time, take a deep breath, embrace the present moment, and keep walking your path to peace.